Hey everybody. Hey guys, Dr. Justin here from Next Level Health Center. I want to thank you guys for joining our quick live videos where we're diving into today brain fog. Is it my hormones? I'm actually going to only dive into a particular couple hormones today and how they relate to brain fog. There's actually been limited research on hormones and brain fog, but there's been some direct correlations to hormones and brain fog. So I'm going to be diving into that today. And so who is this for? So if you're suffering with brain fog or have decreased mental clarity, or you're losing your focus, or you're like, I used to have a really good memory, I'm losing it, this is for you. If you know someone that's struggling with that, just make sure you forward and forward this over to them. Let them hear this video because this is really important information to get their life and their brain back so they don't feel so out of sync with everyone else around them. Because that's more discouraging than anything, is being like, I can't remember that word. What's that word? I'm trying to say something, you can't say it, you feel really embarrassed. I don't want that for anybody. I want to make sure this is powerful for you guys and for those that are listening. So I'm just going to dive right in and make this quick and simple. So we're going to be diving into brain fog. So brain fog is just lack of mental clarity. It's something that it's not a medical diagnosis, but it's a symptom of something underlying that's really more severe. What we find out, there's the thyroid and the adrenals. There's a direct correlation between those two. And what happens is when the body's under stress, which is a really most common thing, whether it's physical stress, like you've had some trauma, some things like that, or you've even had some kind of chemical, so it could be drug induced, because we know that some drugs, even like prescribed drugs that we get, such as antidepressants, high blood pressure, stimulants, metformin, things that we take there's a side effect of those that will decrease our brain clarity, which will give us brain fog. So I'm just saying, those are chemical things, even some recreational things that we do, or even some foods that we eat that will affect our brain. Like if you eat a bunch of high like sugars and things like that our body can't process very well, or too much sugar, or energy drinks. There's many different things that are chemically induced. And then there's mental emotional things that happen that we're more used to when we think of stress. Is mental emotional stuff is, oh, my life is overwhelming, especially with COVID-19 going on right now. It's a huge stress on the whole entire body. So the body with natural state is to produce a thing called cortisol, which is produced by your adrenal gland. And this is normal under stress response. But the longer this stress stays, the body starts having a major effect on it. And what happens is this actually converts to a thing called T3, which is in your thyroid, which is an active form of thyroid. It actually reverses it to we call reverse T3, which shuts the thyroid function down. So it leads to weight gain, brain fog, hair falling out. This is a major issue. So when stress is always high, thyroid function goes down. This is stuff that we learned in the anatomy and physiology in the books as becoming a doctor. These are things that we've been taught, but we always say, let's just take this pill, let's take this, let's take that. So what if you could get your brain back by fixing the stress in your life, to supporting this adrenal gland? A lot of people go to and get like this adrenal support. But what happens is you're just supporting the adrenals, but we're not figuring out why the stress is there. You have to address all areas of the body. You can't just say, oh, I'm stressed out, I'm going to take the supplement, I'll just keep being stressed out. Your body's still going to break down faster than it can repair, and it leads to brain fog. What else do we see with brain fog is toxicity. Things going into your brain, things that we're eating, things that we're not eating, heavy metals that are coming into our body. We're exposed to over 80,000 toxins in just breathing, and all that has to go process through our body. So if there's no drainage pathway for the brain, and the blood-brain barrier has been damaged or weakened by, there's many different things that could do it. So like any kind of heavy metals, toxicities, we see even in whey protein, we see digestive, when the gut's interfered with, we know that's actually affecting the brain also, because it's called the second brain. So if you have gut issues, we know that you have brain issues. That's just that they just go hand in hand, and we have to get that brain and the gut working together. We got adrenals and brain and thyroid. So we got adrenals and thyroid, and we got brain and gut. Those have to be balanced in order to beat and master and take over, get your brain back. How many of you guys love to have your brain back as a teenager? You can remember anything and everything. You had to study for like the last 10 seconds. You can remember everything for school. That's what you guys are looking for. That's what you're seeking. I'm going to show you guys a way how to do that. And we have a live training that we'll be doing on Thursday. And so what you want to do is up above and down below, you'll see a link to both of those live trainings. And what you do is you go to a page that we'll dive into, but go and put your name and email in there, because we're going to email you guys our notes for the training. There's nothing worse than hearing information and trying to take notes. But if you have the notes that go with the training, that you now have something to look at and say, okay, now what are my action steps? Because one of the things is my mission is to teach, lead, and inspire. So I'm going to be teaching on those live trainings. I'm going to lead you through a step-by-step process and then inspire you to implement them in your life. And that's what my whole online training is about. And that has been my whole mission since I started practice over 12 years ago, is to teach, lead, inspire individuals and families, just like yours, by getting your health back. Don't relying on certain people or certain things. We have to teach you and educate you to make better health decisions, because there's more information out there than we've ever known what to deal with. And that's what I've been studying over the last 12 years, is taking all this information in and clarifying and getting it better for you to understand what it is and what you need to know to get the best results that you're seeking. And if anyone that's on here live right now have any questions about this, go ahead and put in the comment section below your questions, and I will answer them on this Facebook Live if you have any questions there. So what I'm saying is, right now, we start seeing brain fog. That means your body's breaking down faster than it can repair, and we have to do it. We have to get the right nutrients in. We have to get the right certain things in. So with supplements that are really quickly, that will give you some results quickly as we start getting to the pathway, is holy basil. Basil is a great way to get things in there. It's called adaptogenic herb. It adapts to your body and your stress response. We got ashwagandha, which helps support the adrenals. Of course, we need some vitamin D. People are low on vitamin D, and that also links to things called like MTHFR. They will decrease the absorbability of vitamin D. So you have to at least have 5,000 to 10,000 IUs or units of vitamin D per day, and I encourage you to take them at night. Most people encourage you to take them in the morning. The new research is now saying if you have any autoimmune diseases, anything arthritic or anything like that, or really health issues, you take them at night. And we're seeing better results and fantastic results by taking them at night than during the day. If you think about it, you get to the sun all day long and your body has to synthesize vitamin D at night to process through. So that's why it's crucial for you to take vitamin D at night. Of course, omega-3s with the vitamin D increases that absorbability enhanced by 2,000 times. So taking vitamin D and your healthy fats are magnificent in helping fight brain fog. We got sleep. You have to sleep. You have to be in bed by 10:30, and you have to get up. You have 8 to 7 hours is about all we really need. If you sleep longer, you're going to get lethargic and shut your brain down, the pumps going, because our body and our brain need movement. In order to beat brain fog, we have to have movement. That was my next phase, is going into exercise. Exercise is a fantastic way of getting the brain to work. It's starting to move. We can't overtrain or overwork our body, or our brain will actually start to struggle, and we'll start producing some more acids, some more toxins that our body has a process to get rid of. So moderate exercise would be simple. And the training that I love to teach is called interval training. It also reboots and resets hormones. And you have to do it in takes 15 to 20 minutes max from start to finish, 10 to 15, 20 minutes if when you're starting. But most people go about 15 to 20 minutes. And you'll be magnificent how well your brain works. Things start to active. We have a thing called mobility exercises that we teach we're going to teach you guys that on our live training. Some mobility to start keeping motion in the joints, because the joints and the nerve, they communicate to the brain and the body. We want to make sure those joints are working properly, so there's proper communication so the body can communicate properly. So these are some simple things that you guys could do. So I'm going to rehash real quick. So if you have brain fog, you have to take this seriously. This is your body's signal saying, hey, there's something wrong. What do we got to do about it? That means your body's under some stress state. We got to figure out what the stresses are. Is it physical, chemical, emotional, or is it all three? And then we got to do is support it. And I gave you some support. So holy basil, ashwagandha, vitamin D, omega-3s. We got to get some better sleep. We got to get you some exercise. We got to get your brain and body communication better through movement, different things. Okay, that's what we got to do. And then in the meantime, we got to figure out why we're this way. And that's how we're going to beat brain fog, and we're going to be able to dominate it. We're going to be diving into this really big in detail, how to reset the thyroid and adrenal communication, how to restore the brain, thyroid, and adrenal communication, and the gut. We're going to talk about all of that on our training on Thursday. So if you're interested in learning more about that on our live training, down below, just click on the link, or up above in the section description, you'll find the link. So go click on that, sign up for our newsletters that you'll get, and our content, or I should say our notes that go with our live training. I can't wait to see you guys on the live training on Thursday. Hope you guys have a fantastic day.